Welcome everybody. Monday night, Learn to Patch. Tonight we're going to be focusing on stress. My name is Kate Andrews. I am a director with LifeWave, and welcome whether you're catching this live or on the replay. We're happy to have you here. So, what is stress? So we're going to just kind of break it down here a little bit. And I had some fun with AI for this, so I hope you can appreciate it. But just a quick introduction to stress, right? Everyone experiences the daily stress. I don't know if you caught it on my email that I sent out, but it was kind of like, I just try to take it one day at a time, but sometimes multiple days attack me, right? I mean, that's a thing. So, how our body reacts to stress is all different, but there are some key things that can happen. And so, when we have stress, we can have, headaches, insomnia, high blood pressure, muscle tension, upset stomach, like physical symptoms of stress that can really take a toll on your body. And there are different types of stress. You can have acute stress, something that's just it just lasts a little while. You can have episodic acute stress, so triggers, some things that happen frequently. That's a booger of a one because I think if you're raising children and little children, that is like number one. Anyway, and then you can have chronic stress, right? Now, this is something that is the most detrimental to you. And I do feel that if we're in a stressful mode, that is the most apparent one to address for why you're reacting the way that you are, how things are affecting you in a physical way. So, what things that can trigger stress? We have the internal, right? Our head constantly thinking, our overthinking, negative self-talk, being fearful. There are so many internal stressors, and I think a lot of it has to do mentally, the internal stressors, but then there's the external stressors too, right? You schedules, moving schedules, children, family, schoolwork. Like there's the external stressors that are affecting us from the outside. So we really do have different triggers that can happen to stress our bodies. So how does stress affect your body? Okay, well, stress can affect your body mentally, and physically, both of those ways. So, how it impacts your body on the mental level, right? We've got different behaviors that can present. We have emotions that can happen, that wave of emotions that can come up, whether positive or negative. In positive, I say in terms of like you could have fear, but you could also have outbursts of emotions. Then we've got the cognition, and that is processing, the mental processing of emotions, of the stress. So there are definitely different impacts on our mental health. And I want to go through just real quick to, next, did that. How stress impacts your body. So we've got the musculoskeletal system. And then under stress, how those muscle tenses build up. A lot of it, I don't know about you guys, but I carry it in my shoulders. It's like right in the back of my neck, down to my shoulders, right across my shoulder blades there. That's really where those muscles carry it for me, right? And those can cause tension headaches. Those can cause just, I don't want to say frozen shoulder, but just pain, back pain in general. Respiratory, making it hard to breathe. If someone's having a panic attack, right, and it affects that respiratory system. Our nervous system. So our nervous system has fight or flight or parasympathetic, and we can't be in, we cannot heal if we are in fight or flight. Fight or flight is where we have our nervous system that's out of whack. So we want to be in parasympathetic. We want our body to be calm. So that's really the big main goal is we do want our body to be calm. In terms of the cardiovascular system, having that high blood pressure or having that anxiety feeling really takes a toll on your heart after a while, your whole cardiovascular system. The endocrine system, your adrenals. your adrenals, going with that fight or flight all of the time, your body, that stress hormone, your body can get burnt out. So, what are ways to manage and relieve stress? I don't want to get into all of them in detail, but overview, right? So we've got self-care. I mean, this is something that you could have hit me over the head with 5 years ago, and I would have been like, self-care, what? In fact, I had a mental breakdown in college. And the first thing the person asked me, the therapist asked me, goes, when was the last time you did something for yourself? And I had to think about that. Like literally sit and think about it. I'm like, what do you mean, like laundry? He's like, no. When was the last time you did something for yourself? I didn't understand. I was in my 20s. I was go, go, go. I was going through college. I was do, 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 do. And I was like, do I do things for myself? No, I don't. And so that's really an eye-opening experience. At least it was for me. Now, fast forward to my 40s. I guess I didn't learn my lesson in my 20s because I had to learn it again in my 40s. I'm thick-headed sometimes. But exercising, that's a huge thing. Exercising, getting your body movement, the movement in your body, helping that lymph move around. That's such an important part of your body, of ways of helping your body to cope with stress. Yoga. I'm a big fan of chair yoga. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's absolutely awesome. And I love being the youngest one in the class. I'll take it because I just love going to chair yoga. Reading a book, having sufficient sleep. I know how many hours I have to get, and I'd love for you guys to even just drop it in the chat. How many hours do you need to function at your optimal? For me, it's 8. I have to have 8 hours. If I get 6, I will function, but it's not great. I need 8 hours, period. I would love 9 even. 9 is really good, but I can't get to bed that early. So I'd love to hear what other people are, so I don't feel like I'm sleeping too much. Eating nutritious foods, cooking for yourself. I think I will like cooking more when I don't feel like a line chef in a few years. So, cooking is something I always love. Listening to a podcast, writing in your journal. There are so many things that you can do for self-care, but there's one thing that not a lot of people know about, and that's called photobiomodulation. And so let's break it down. So what is photobiomodulation? That means photo, light, bio is life or your cells, and modulation is improving those cells. And the reason I bring this up is we have a patch that we use, and you can see it here on my chest in the video. We have a patch that nudges your body to do a better job. Really, as it says right there in the simplest form. This little patch tells your body to do things that it can already do. And I think that's the really cool thing about this technology is there's nothing that goes into the body. There's no drugs, no chemicals. So this little patch, when you put it on, it uses your body's own heat or light and reflects wavelengths of signals back to the body, telling it to do something it can already do. So it's like carrying a little piece of sunshine with you. But there's nothing you plug in. There's no pills, there's no chemicals. It's a little patch that you put on your body that helps signal your body to do a better job. And it's just light. That's all it's using. And there's a really cool graphic that's been going around that I wanted to share with everybody about how the patches are made. What are they made of? Well, first of all, the top one, the crystalline lattice, that is patented. That is a patented information. We don't know what the crystalline lattice structure is, just that it is. And that crystalline structure, patented, is embedded into a fabric disc. And these nanocrystals, this crystalline structure, which is made from salt, amino acids, oxygen, water, those are all put together into this little fabric disc, little white fabric disc that you can see here. And then that is put on a thin polyester substrate. And then that fabric disc is encased in polymer, and then it's applied with a medical grade adhesive by the company 3M on the back of that. So, and to even go one step further with those patches, they work on both sides. It doesn't have to be the sticky side. Both sides are the exact same. So you can hold the patch against someone, you can take the sticky off and put it on someone. Either way, it works exactly the same. You can put it in your pocket. You don't have to wear these on the skin. It's best on the skin, but if people have some kind of an adverse reaction to adhesive, where I know quite a few people do, you can wear the patch on your shirt. You can tuck the patch, say, in your underwear, below your belly button. There are ways that you can wear this patch even if you are sensitive to adhesives. And who made this? Like, who came up with this technology? Come on, next page. There we go. David Schmidt. Genius. He's a philanthropist. He's an inventor. He just wants to be the next Tony Stark. I really think that if Tony Stark was to be recast, you could pick David. He um he has the honorary doctorate of science, technology. He creates technology, and I heard an interview recently that was great because he selfishly creates technology that he wants for himself. Like he doesn't want to age. So he makes technology for age reversal because he wants to be as young as possible, as long as possible. So he's not really making technology for other people, but he assumes that a lot of other people probably want to do the same thing. So he can't help but share this, but he does selfishly create his technologies for himself. Unselfishly shares them with all of us. The X39 and the Eon. Those are our two powerhouses. Those are the top two selling patches with LifeWave. X39 on your left is the patch that activates stem cells, and Eon, the patch on your right, reduces inflammation on a cellular level, reduces stress on a cellular level. So stress and inflammation for Eon and stem cells for X39. There it goes. And so the main core benefits for X39: increased energy, better sleep, pain relief. You're going to get that from both X39 and Eon. Increased sports performance, stress relief, expedited wound healing, age reversal, and scar remodeling. Now, the age reversal and the scar remodeling are going to take grace and time. You can't put a patch on and expect yourself to reverse age in a week or even a month. We're talking months of patching, years of patching for your skin and your body to remodel. And the reason I say this is because we don't know what our insides look like. We don't know what's going on in the insides, but once you get that influx, once your stem cell army is activated, it's going to go to the area of most concern. It will be called to the area that needs the most attention. And it's going to work on replacing the old injured damaged cells with new ones. And then it will move on to the next. So I say that because you have your list. I want less wrinkles. I want whatever you want that's on your list, right? I'm not saying your list won't be addressed, but the stem cells, when they get into your body, they have their own list that we aren't privy to. So you do have to give yourself the time and grace that you need to heal because you didn't get here overnight. So you cannot expect healing overnight either. I want you to discover your healing potential. This technology has changed my life, my entire family's life, not only physically, but financially. And I want you to discover the same benefits. So I want you to go back to the person that sent you here and tell them you need these patches. And that's it. Does anyone have any questions? Hello, hello. So we'll take some questions on the recording, and then I will stop the recording and we will continue to be here. I will continue to be here to support you off recording. But does anyone have any questions, comments, or testimonials they'd like to add?
I have a
Yeah.
couple. Uh, I know that you've probably dealt with this. There are some brand partners that I know that they are in a quandary over shipping. Um,
Hmm.
because we were always telling the people that are ordering to, keep the patches away from heat, keep the away from your body, don't carry it in your purse with you. Um, How would you explain, Kate, to someone about why we don't want to worry about shipping and have us be all stressed because of shipping and have them
Yeah.
activated? But yet at the same time, we want them to be careful about how they are handling their patches for activation. Can you speak into that a little bit?
I think that's a great question. So, shipping, there are a couple things with shipping. So, with shipping, it's coming encased not only in the sleeve, but it's also encased in the outer envelope, the shipping envelope itself. And when the shipping envelope is sent in the mail, it might go into the pouch of your mailman, but I mean, he's got a whole thing in there of mail. So I would not be concerned about shipping. And if for some reason you feel like the patches you received are not doing what they're supposed to do, that's why we have the money back guarantee. That is why corporate, and I have even to the point of not necessarily shipping, but just in terms of customer service in general, I've had sleeves where I didn't have enough patches in them. I didn't have all 30. And I've called corporate and they're like, oh, have some more. So that shipping and the quality of them when you receive them, I don't have a worry about it because of our spectacular customer service and the money back guarantee. Now, in terms of heat, I'm not worried about it in the heat, like in the heat of the sunlight or anything like that. I would be more worried about it with it being on someone's body more than like left in their car. Now, we don't want to leave them in the car, but if it happens, it happens. They are activated by your body heat. So they come in contact with your body that gets that signal right to that patch so that that patch can reflect it back to us. So when I do an expo and I sell them patches, please don't put them in your pocket. Here's a bag, put it in your bag, hold your bag, don't take that sleeve of patches and throw them in your back pocket because you will activate all of them all at once. So those are the two things. Did that in terms of speaking, um, in terms of shipping and carrying them. Now, I do have a great resource on learntopatch.com. There are links on there to, and I wish I had it on me, I don't, but I have little RFID containers that you can download. You can just click on, they're from Amazon. You just click it and it'll take you there. That you can put your patches in. I even gave you a link to like little like filing cabinet things, right? Like the little organizers. So you could I'm a little crazy. I organize my patches inside of my little RFID container. But there's also in there one of my favorite things that I have. It's an RFID pouch. And I love the entire pouch because you can put a full sleeve in there. You can put multiple sleeves in there. Like I think I fit a lot of sleeves in there before. I want to say at least 4 or 5. And then there's a nice strong Velcro on it. But the reason I love it the most is because I can leave that in my bag and I wear a crossbody bag. And I don't like having my phone like near me or on like my back pocket or anything. But when I have that RFID bag in there, that's a protector for me. Not only are my patches protected in it, but my cell phone can be between like that package is between my cell phone and I in my crossbody bag. So I'm getting protected from my cell phone as well as protecting my patches. So that's why I really like that thing. RFID is radio frequency. I don't remember the whole thing with it. Do you remember it, Laura?
It is radio frequency indirect
Diverter.
something.
So what it means is that it came out years ago when credit cards had the chips in it. And you could run the risk of someone like walking by you or something and like scanning your credit card chip. So they
Mhm.
said to put it in these containers because nothing goes through the container. So it would, well, there we go. Amy to the rescue. Radio frequency identification, RFID. Oh, ID is identification. Oh, you're so smart. So that's the reason that they came out. And it just so happens to be because it's protecting your credit cards, it's also going to protect your patches. And so in my purse, I have either the RFID or that other sleeve. So if I'm somewhere and someone is in pain, oh, you better believe I'm pulling out my patches. I'm like, oh, here you go. Or I forgot to put my patches on that morning. I have extras with me. If one of my kids looks or sneezes sideways, they get a patch. So it's nice to have them on hand because I do treat them like they are a part of my medicine cabinet.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is it correct to say that the patches are placed and correspond to meridians, like in Chinese medicine?
Hmm. So, yes, all the studies that were done from LifeWave, they use the meridian system. And so the meridian system in our body is actually faster than our nervous system. It's lightning fast. And so we use points. Now, we give ourselves a lot of grace with this too because we're not using needles to hit those meridian points like they do with the acupuncture people. We've got we got patches. So you have a lot of grace when you put these on near a meridian point. The best way I could recommend to find a spot, how acupuncture people will find spots. For example, I don't want to lift my leg up, but if you get a spot and you know where you're going to be, like so, for example, we'll go to the right side. So I have my energy enhancer on, and I want to go 3 fingers down about because I wanted to hit this spot here. I don't remember exactly what that spot's called off the top of my head. Laura, you got it?
Pericardium 6.
Thank you. So typically, if you get near it, what you want to do is just press gently to see if it's sore. And the one that's always sore for me personally is the SP6. So if
Mm.
you go down to your leg, your left leg, go 4 fingers up from your ankle bone and just kind of like press around a little bit, you'll get a spot that's like, ooh, that's where you put the patch.
Mm. But remember, you don't have to
Yep.
put it on a meridian spot because the patches will work systemically. We just know that because there's so much energy and blood flow running through the body, those acupressure points have been proven to carry the signal throughout the body and helping ease. Like there's some acupressure points that deal with specific things in your body, like stomach or your head or your heart. Those are proven points to be able to use. So if you have something specific that you are trying to work on, like your hormones or someone with their appetite, there are specific points in the body that have already been studied, already been proven. So we can just go to that point and add the patch that's going to work on that, whatever you're going to, like appetite. You want to use SP6 point with an SP6 patch to work on someone's appetite.
Hmm. Any other questions? All right. Thank you. I'm going to just stop the recording here. Just so everyone's aware on the recording, you are more than welcome to come live. I'd love to see your faces. Join us because you get to stay for the after chat, which I feel like is the best part. So sorry you missed it, but you'll have to join us next week.